Hello, I'm Jackie Borowski, and this is Drag Race, Season 9. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
I
like that.
Don't adjust your television or your computer screens. Hey guys!
Hi.
Hi.
How's it going?
Doing great. How are you?
Delicious.
Welcome to another episode of RuPaul's Drag Race, Season 9, Episode 3, Draggily Ever After.
Draggily.
I'm your host, Kenny Harrison. You can find me at Kenny C. Harrison on Instagram and Twitter. Sitting across from me is the very dapper.
Oh, I'm dapper
You're
today.
dapper today.
LoRayne Love in the house.
Where can they find you?
Oh, on Instagram and Twitter at LoRayne Love. LoRayne Stop, don't you cut me off.
Sorry. Stop it right there. Are you done yet?
LoRayne because I spell it different, so I always
Okay,
have
good.
to spell it.
Showing some sleeveless today.
Oh, you can't really see my unicorn, but that was gonna be my mystical creature. It's J Ellis, guys, and I'm on Instagram at don't_be_jealous and Twitter at still_jealous.
Jackie
guys,
is not without.
Mick Shane says you guys need to learn how to share him.
Share who? Jackie is not with us. She can be found at 123 Jackie B on all platforms.
Yes.
Okay, let's get this show started.
Our chat is amazing. You guys are amazing.
Yeah.
You come in for the live chat every week from YouTube and iTunes, everything that comes in. You guys are fantastic.
Yeah, so thank you for joining us if you're joining us on iTunes and downloading us on iTunes. And what is wrong with me? This is my second show today. This is Mark's third show.
My third show.
So check
I
out.
may conk out halfway through.
Yeah, check out our. We did a Broadway breakdown earlier today, so check that out. Mark is on Dishing Days.
Dishing Days at 4.
And then sure,
now
Jay
this.
is tweeting something.
Nope, just hanging out.
Okay. All right, so let's get into it. Episode 3. What do you guys think?
Honest opinion was the episode was a little lax for. Is that a right term?
Yeah,
Lax.
A little lax, but Untucked was fire. I liked Untucked.
I did like the Untucked better. I agree with that.
Oh my god, I'm sorry, I gotta turn this
Or
down.
is that me?
Yeah, so I
me.
can hear us talking again.
Yeah, I felt like the I don't like that they're not doing mini challenges.
Same.
I missed that. And I just feel like the challenge, and I don't know if it was just not explained to them. I don't know. It just seemed weird to me.
Disjointed.
The whole sidekick thing, I didn't really, and none of it really worked. Like there was no one that was really, that look-wise and person-wise, the sidekick-wise, were knocked out of the ballpark.
I feel like 3 got it, and then the rest were just kind of
Didn't know,
middle of the pack.
And I don't get how you don't understand. I don't know. Go ahead.
Well, the Maxi Challenge, what Mark is referring to, is the fairy tale princess / sidekick, and this was a sewing challenge, which again, we're in season 9. Learn how to fucking sew.
Well, here's my question in that regard. I was thinking this week because we know that they're coaxed to saying things by producers. So do you think they're saying to Farrah, okay, just say that you don't know how to, you know what I mean? Like, are they coaxing them to say how they don't know how to do this? And if it is such a huge deal that they know how to sew, then why are you letting people on that don't know how to sew? You know what I mean? Like, you either have to be okay with it, and if you're not okay with it, then stop putting them on. And I get it that some of them can lie, but it is a pretty extensive audition process. So, and at least one of the last times I got the notification to submit, one of the newer challenges that you had to submit was to go to the 99-cent store and actually construct an outfit and shoot yourself in it. Not shoot with a gun.
That would be awesome.
Not kill yourself. For those of you that are listening, that is not what I meant. I meant shoot with a Polaroid. I don't know. I just went there.
Travel back
because
to the
I
1980s.
feel like I'm not the only one that has a Polaroid still. No. But you know what I mean? Like, I feel like then you have to
My only argument for this is that we've seen queens hot glue items together fantastically, and I think that to let like
Ben de la Creme.
We had Roxy came on and did it last season. We had Chi Chi DeVayne make her Dorothy outfit with the hot glue gun. So people can do it, but you really should have like the basics. I think like she said she knows how to make a tote bag and a pillow. Like what is that going to do in the competition? Like
nothing.
Make a drag pillow.
Well, you know what? This is the thing that I don't know why this has never come up. And I don't know, maybe they're not allowed to do this, but to me, like, as I always thought, if I got on, what would I do? I do know how to sew. My mother was a home ec teacher, so I know how to cook and sew. I don't make my own costumes. I would rather pay somebody else to do it. It's too time consuming and too tedious for me to have to do. But I always thought if I got on and I wanted to make something, I would just take my dress that I want it to look like and lay it on the you know what I mean? Like, you trace something you already have and sew it together, so it now at least you know what it's gonna look. You know what I mean? Like, but that's just how because I know how to sew. But I don't know.
So your biggest complaint is that these like Farrah and Kimora, they're not crafty.
Well, I mean, I think this kind of
don't have
it's a yes or no question.
Do I think they're crafty?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
I think they have people who are crafty for them that have helped them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they're both the Vegas queens. Did you notice that they were the ones who didn't know how to sew? So maybe they're given outfits from people.
Well, the ones Kimora said that. She said that she had that Yara Sofia made her a dress that she in the Untucked. She was saying how Yara Sofia made her a dress and she wanted to wear it. And blah blah blah.
Now see, I mean, we haven't gotten that far, but her outfit wasn't that bad. It's just she has no personality.
But it wasn't anything. I don't know. None of them really knocked it out of the ballpark, in my opinion. So.
I just felt. I'm sorry. You're gonna say something, Jay?
No, I'm just.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. No, just looking at my notes.
I just felt as though we spent. Mark mentioned how there wasn't a mini challenge, and I do agree. I missed the mini challenge because they were fun. Mm-hmm. I think they spent majority of the episode talking about nothing, like in the workroom. Mm-hmm. The one issue they did talk about was the Pulse shooting, which I think someone either tweeted that this season was shot not long after that,
right?
Because Pulse happened in June, June of last year.
Yeah. Right.
This season was shot maybe August,
right, of last year,
or started shooting. So it was close together, and we see that two queens were directly affected by.
Cynthia was almost there that night.
And it was, she even mentioned that one of her friends was going that night to see her perform because
he got killed.
Yeah, and he lost his life. It's just a sad, these are sad times. I don't want to like bring the show down, but that was the big thing that I got from this whole episode is like the camaraderie of the community and how we have to come together as one. Especially with what's going on now in the world. So, all right.
They also were super selective with who they showed through this episode. Like we didn't see Nina until the runway.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Peppermint was barely mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Shay wasn't really in it until
Charlie was barely in it, other than offering to take payment to make Kimora's dress.
Yeah, $400.
Which would have been a fair trade.
So what that always sets me up for reality shows is I'm like, oh, so these are the ones on the runways that are going to be either like the ones that we're worried about or the winners.
Well, I even wrote down in the opening it was Trinity versus Valentina.
Redemption.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then Aja, who kind of threw herself under the bus when she said, "Oh, I got this challenge in the bag."
Yeah.
I agree. I agree with Mark with what he said. This whole challenge was a little disjointed. Like, I think they had an idea. I think the producers had an idea, and then it was just,
to come up with the whole concept for a new princess with a storyline and a sidekick. I mean, that's kind of a heavy thing to take on. Mm-hmm. We saw like with the Hello Kitty challenge, they had to create like a sidekick as well for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it seemed very tacked on. I think that's kind of what you were getting at too, where these characterizations like. They just kind of, all of them just kind of flounder, like to tell the story of this princess. And I don't know, I wanted to like it more than I did.
Even the second time, I was like, okay, I'm going to really pay attention to the sidekicks. Because the first time I was like, I don't understand what they're saying. It would just seemed so disjointed to me, most of them. Mm-hmm. So the second time when I listened to it, I was just like, okay, I'm going to really focus on the stories and stuff like that. And none of them really stood out to me. The only one that I thought kind of really got it was Charlie Hides, because I understood who her person was. I understood that she was like her guardian angel, mother, or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it made sense. Like, the other ones, I just feel like they were just so. And I don't know. Maybe they were told, be as crazy, think outside. You know what I mean? I don't know. You just never know what they're being told.
Should we go down the list?
Yeah.
We should. Yeah, I mean, Workroom we kind of already went over, right?
Yeah, other than the Pulse thing,
Cynthia's story about her cuckoo. Which
her cuckoo story.
We don't need to go over
We
that
were sitting
again.
there watching just now, and I was like, why? What does this serve? What purpose?
Yeah.
Cuckoo.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, let's go down. Do you want to start with Rue?
Yeah, wow, we're going to get through this because there was nothing really else.
Yeah,
huh?
I mean, this was.
I feel like we're jumping, but
They
we're
went right
not.
into
But there was. I honestly didn't think that anything happened. In
I
this
will say this: they were saying they were agreeing that they thought the Untucked was better.
So let's talk about Untucked after the runway then.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's talk about that. And then
Sounds
also something else. I'm just trying to scroll back and I can't. But somebody in here said, and I just want to talk about it just because I don't think it's true, and I just want to let them know. But they're saying that they heard that Raven, Raja, and Delta, that Valentina is their creation. That they have trained. She's actually been doing drag for 5 years, and they've trained her to be on the show to win the show.
You know Raven, so you can find that.
I
out.
mean, I've not had a conversation with Raven about this season, but I mean, other than little things through text, but I don't think that that's true. Like, I feel like I would know who she is.
Yeah,
if she's been around for 5 years in LA,
we would have known.
I was doing drag 5 years ago. Pretty regularly. I feel like I would recognize her or know who she is. I just don't think that that's...
I talked with Adam Salendra on Gay Weekly Roundtable, and we talked exclusively about Drag Race. So he said that for one of his birthdays, I think 3 or 4 years ago, that a performer came and was dressed in drag, did not perform, and it ended up being Valentina.
Oh, okay.
Meaning that Valentina's been probably performing and calling herself a drag queen for 10 months, but has been studying the art. So maybe she runs in the same circle, maybe to meet in the middle.
Right. Well, she definitely didn't start doing drag from scratch. Like, she clearly has been practicing makeup, practicing, how she wants her look to be, has been, you know what I mean? Like, she has a wardrobe.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like, I mean, my wardrobe at 10 months was not what it is today. So she clearly knows that kind of stuff. So yeah, maybe she's been doing that. But I don't think that if you think that somehow these 3 people have created Valentina and offered them to RuPaul, I don't think that that's the case.
Okay.
And I haven't done drag. Someone just asked if I still do drag. I haven't been asked.
We ask you every week.
I know exactly.
I'm not just gonna. Well, maybe I will. I'll come in again.
Okay,
maybe finale, if not more.
We'll do a makeover on Kenny too.
It's hard because I have my other
wow.
shows, so it's hard to. I don't want to do Dish and Days and
You
drag.
need to pick a time and date and do it.
Okay,
Yes.
I'll try. I have been getting the itch, so.
I'm
You
sure
should
you
get
have an itch. All kinds of itches.
There's a cure for
All
that.
right, let's get on the list.
Okay.
Jay wrote down the sidekicks. I wrote down the princess's name.
I wrote some of the side because some of the names I couldn't understand.
I tried.
So
Okay.
Cynthia Lee was first.
Yes.
She was Princess Kukulina.
Kukulina.
She wore the pink gown with the headpiece, and her sidekick was
Brûlée.
So, here's the thing. I'm glad she's back on the show. I think she's a lovely person, and I can see that she brings a lot to the people that are around her. Having said that, I feel as though she should be in the top.
Okay, now they're saying I'm a creation of Raja and Raven.
Joe Batan's from RuPaul's Drag Race Recap. He's coming and trolling.
Yeah.
I was like, I am not. No.
The way that
They would never
Shangela-
take responsibility.
the way that Shangela came back and she was pretty much the top of like pretty much every episode. I don't see that from Cynthia. She just kind of falls in the middle.
Same.
And just is a little
Boring
disappointing.
cuckoo.
New name. The problem is with Cynthia is we've seen that dress and that silhouette from her, I think, multiple occasions.
Yeah.
Where it's
Well, and this is what bothers me is that, and not that you're saying it, but people keep saying like about people's silhouettes. But where was all this when Bianca wore the exact same thing every runway, and nobody seemed to care about it? Like That just gets under my skin.
Yeah,
Sorry.
but Bianca even addressed it herself and said, like, she went through with her person. Oh, tongue pop?
That was an attempt at
a delayed tongue pop?
There it is.
There we go. Yeah, for me, it's just, I think, like, the big ornament on the hair, like, I just have seen this from Cynthia, and I think that I've seen other looks from her, so I know that we can expect different things from her. That's where my confusion comes from.
I just didn't think it, I don't know, like, I kept thinking they were told to, a memorable name, create a mythology, a fantasy frock from scratch, and a sassy sidekick. That did not come across as a fantasy frock for me. Like, it just didn't, you know, I would say 99% of them did not seem like fantasy frocks to me.
Yeah. Meh. That's what I said. Next, Peppermint. She was Princess Carcinjanetta.
With Petey the pilot.
Petey the pilot. I did get pilot light, yeah.
I thought she was top
Same.
3 at least.
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
I mean, her creation was creative.
Yeah.
It fit the challenge, like you were saying.
It told a story, and the sidekick made sense.
Yes.
I don't know. Like, I feel like a lot of them did more villains than fairy tale prince. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know why. I don't know. Like, I'm surprised that the judges didn't say something about that, because I felt like, and I liked what she did, and I do think of what we saw, she probably should have been in the top 3. But again, she came across more villainous than fantasy frock.
Well,
just saying.
Well, this isn't the white party, so I mean, it's up to interpretation.
Right. I was
They
excited.
love Peppermint's look too.
I was excited to see Peppermint in a different look, because
yes.
I mean, we saw that trench coat a couple times, and I think we talked about that last
silhouette.
week. So we saw that silhouette, but she heard us and she shook it up a little bit. So,
shook it up.
But I'm really happy because she is still in one of my like top positions.
And I agree with that too. That I don't.
What do you agree with?
I don't know that
Maximiliano.
that Nina should have been in the top. I felt like Nina should have been. I know we haven't gotten to her yet.
We'll get there. Next was Farrah. She was Princess Pacifica, and she had a blowfish as her sidekick.
Too basic.
I agreed with the judges that I really liked the waist up. Like the bra had some good details, and the starfish in the hair, the wig was right. Like I thought that was fine, but then it was just a wrap around the waist, and I don't have a suggestion for what I would have done differently.
This reminds me of Derek. I was gonna say Derek Jeter. Derek Barry's.
Yeah, and she was in. Oh wait, who?
Derek Jeter. Derek Jeter goes on the courts.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
That's
on the field.
baseball.
On the field.
Baseball, hun. Baseball.
I know sports.
And her Tin Man outfit from last
Derek
season.
Barry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Well, and they liked her.
They didn't like that
Well,
outfit.
they liked all her other wraparound dresses and a bathing suit.
It was a 2-piece.
Pick what you like. Stick with it.
Here's the thing. She was going for a Little Mermaid. I get it. It was just too obvious. And as we saw, like, almost everybody did a mermaid theme or a water theme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They must be into water sports. So, I mean, like...
Derek Barry realness.
I have peas next to them, so... for once.
That's right. Jay and his bees. Yeah, she failed on this one for me.
Okay.
Charlie Hides.
Loved it.
Princess Climaxia. Climaxia?
And
Climaxia.
Yeah. Isabella.
I didn't notice until Jay and I were watching the set just moments ago that she had a headpiece. The little thing sticking out of her head.
Oh, yeah. It was fantastic.
I wasn't even...
And then her person had little antennas, too.
Yeah.
It was so well done. I'm sorry.
Well, you can tell she's polished and she's well put together. And it was well thought out.
This is one, Mark, that you said was like clean and coherent. And I agree that I think the story was there. The sidekick made sense. And she was like a princess of the universe. So that's where it looked just very like right.
Yeah.
I liked Charlie.
I was absolutely floored that she was not in the top.
Right.
Same.
And I actually liked in the, I don't know, maybe just my my phone is better to watch things on, but in the Untucked, the color of the dress and everything was even more beautiful than what I saw on my regular TV. Right. I don't know. I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it even more.
You need to get rid of your TV then.
I know. I guess I do.
Alexis.
I'm coming to your house.
I have Eureka next.
Eureka next.
Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. Eureka. You're right.
Princess
Eureka Daria.
And Woof. Oh boy, can't read my own writing.
Train.
Woof Train. That sounds right.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I liked the headpiece. I actually thought this was a really cool one with like the bug details.
I like head up. I didn't like the outfit.
Okay.
It was a bodysuit.
She had a corset. Okay. I liked it.
I didn't hate it. I just wrote, okay. I wasn't like blown away by it, but it was okay. And again, it was on the darker side. It wasn't a fantasy princess.
No,
to
but
me.
she was a princess of the sewer.
I get it. I
Like,
get
if
that
your
they're
home-
trying
that's
to
your home city.
rude.
Shady lady.
That or just shady. That's right. I get that you're trying to think outside the box, but I don't know.
I just because the way she was kind of mentoring Pheromone,
Yeah.
I was actually she's gonna create something really
Yeah.
nice and really spectacular because she knows what she was doing.
I agree with that.
And I thought and that was one moment I actually liked her, kind of saying, "Here, let me show you how to get started, and then I want you to finish it."
Yeah.
Just anytime I see like a drop like headpiece or something, it just always looks like, Land Before Time, or not
Yeah.
Land Before Time,
Yeah,
Never Ending Story.
Yeah.
That's a dinosaur movie. Never Ending Story, or like the Snow White and the Huntsman, like Charlize Theron had
They're
that.
fantasy. Those are fantasy.
They are, and I mean that's what I was getting from
Oh, okay.
Eureka.
I thought you were gonna rip her on that.
No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
I'm into it.
Oh, okay.
So neck up, I guess I agree a little bit with what you said then.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Alexis.
She was next. Hashtag Subway Fish.
Yeah.
Meh. Okay. Can I say something?
You can.
Okay, good.
She was
I
princess.
didn't-
Hashtag Subway Fit.
I did not like her attitude in Untucked.
Oh.
And only because she made it seem like her outfit and Sasha Velour's outfit were fashion forward and they should have been in the top or blah, blah, blah. I didn't really find anything really exciting about her outfit. You know what I mean?
No, I didn't think anything. I liked her from the neck up. I liked her face makeup and her hair. I just thought that didn't go with what she constructed.
The
down
dress
here.
was cute. I'm going to sneeze and I don't want to do it on camera.
Too late. It's
Keep
gonna happen.
Keep it pointed at him, please.
You're gonna hold it for 45 minutes.
No. What was I gonna say? Yeah, the dress actually fit her well, but it wasn't anything too exciting.
Somebody in the chat room said that you can't say that Farrah's was basic and then like Eureka's.
And then like I didn't really care for Eureka.
Did we say we liked Eureka's?
I
Loved
did.
it?
I'm
Jay-
sticking by it.
Yeah.
Well, he's saying that you can't.
Jay has a
I can't-
microphone.
You're
I
not
don't
allowed
care.
to like it
No.
and not like
No.
Farrah's.
Jay has a microphone. He can like it just like whatever he wants. As I can, you can't. You just,
I can't.
No,
No.
you're,
That's fine. I will obey by the chat room rules.
I agree with what
You
you
guys
said.
in the chat room, tell me whether I like the next person. Thank you.
okay. Kimora Black.
Hold on. Alexa, I just want to say Alexa said
sorry.
neck up.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kimora Black. She was Princess Banana Lady.
We're
And her
doing the
sidekick.
sidekick. Sorry, that was Funky Monkey.
Okay. Again, the outfit was not bad.
I thought she was pretty.
Yes. But pretty will only take you so far.
I actually like the idea
It's happening.
of being Tarzan's other wife or Tarzan's mistress or something like that.
Yeah.
I kind of thought that was kind of a cute idea. But when it all was said and done, I just wasn't. Yeah, the monkey
Okay,
was
now
weird.
you're supposed to say Kimora looked good.
Oh, sorry. Kimora looked good.
Kimora
He
looked
doesn't
like
really
she
mean
was.
that.
I wish that Kimora's story was about like a tribal princess or something like. Go
No,
ahead.
no.
Oh,
Finish.
and the monkey, Michelle was completely dead on that monkey was not fun to listen to tell the story. Like, if you're gonna go with that, like, make it kind of a funky monkey or do something to make that character come alive, because she looked like very primitive and primal, and I think that it really could have gone a long way because we haven't seen a princess like that before.
Yeah.
So commit to it. But I didn't think the outfit was bad at all.
Well, and I get it's also the thing that we talk about a lot. It's Drag Race is more than just being pretty.
Yeah.
And she says it
She
when
needs-
she
she
walks
needs
off. When
talent
she
and
walked
charisma.
off stage, she said, "I'm pretty." And I literally put it in quotes. It's like that's the quote of the episode.
Yeah.
That's all you have now. You know what I mean? Like
She has no personality.
And I don't know her as a person, so I'm not commenting on her as a human being because I don't know her. But I'm just saying
She's on TV.
in regards
We
to
can
the
make
show
whatever
now.
comment we can.
That you've now, yes, you will be that. And that's it.
Is there an adjective that you want to describe
My
Kimora?
God,
Oh,
girl.
God, I
love
can't
And
even.
no, that's a noun, girl. It's
love
a
it.
noun.
Remember we were talking about Miss Teen South Carolina
Oh yes,
last
I
week?
thought that was so funny.
Carson Kressley brought it up.
Yes, yes. What's
And I
an
thought of you, Jay.
adjective?
I don't know why. Yeah.
Whereas, such
Yeah,
as.
such a...
And I have to say, every time she says charisma, uniqueness, nerve, and talent now, I just giggle.
I cannot believe you didn't get
I
that.
do love that.
People were tweeting me. They were like, "Did you really not?" I'm like, "No, I seriously did not know. I had no idea."
Next was Nina. Bonina. She was Zuthena, Princess Zuthena,
And
from Uranus.
Ink was her.
I liked her sidekick. I thought it matched.
Yeah.
I thought the story was cute. I was surprised she wasn't in the top. I was surprised she wasn't shown the whole episode.
I think she was surprised that she wasn't in
And
the
I
top.
think she had every right. She says that in the Untucked.
Yeah.
Doesn't she, when she's walking off, that she's surprised that
Yeah.
she was safe?
And she played the 8th.
Hi, Andrew Ramos, by the way. I saw you in the chat. Say hi.
Stop making fun of me.
Nina Bonita Brown. Again, like I said, I forgot she was in the show until the runway, which
Yeah.
is
Right.
such a shame because the only thing I want to say is that I wish that head had a little bit more construction to it so that it didn't flop around like the peach. Like if it had a little bit more of a structure, and I don't really know how to achieve that.
Okay.
But I did like the hood paneling, and the eye makeup was very cool. I thought Nina, again, this was kind of a like bust up for me, but this was kind of like, it reminded me of that Bob on roller skates, that bodysuit you could buy on Amazon.
Yeah.
But it's a character, and I would believe it. Like it seemed like it had a story.
What is happening?
Space
Someone
says
just
you
said-
could replace a rock with Kimura.
All right, that was funny. Sorry.
Yeah, that was funny.
Sorry. Stop distracting me.
Nina, yes, I thought she looked great. Whereas last week I was a little disappointed because we've seen with the first outfit she's come out with. So this brought me back, and I totally agree with you, Jay, that I forgot she was even in the episode until the runway.
But that wasn't that's not us. That's just we weren't showing her process at all.
Right. Because when she did come out of the runway, I was like, oh, that now I'm paying attention again.
What I do appreciate about Nina, and I'm excited. I don't know if we're gonna actually go on Tuesday. I want to.
Oh yeah, I want to go.
Yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk after the show.
Yeah.
Is that she changes?
Well, you gotta let everybody know what's happening now.
Is this Hamburger
Hamburger
Mary's?
Mary's in West Hollywood. Yeah.
We
Tuesday.
will be there on Tuesday, guys. So if you live in LA or
You
you're
want
in
to come
the
throw
LA
a pie
area,
in my face? Now's your chance.
or a burger.
No, she might eat both.
Rude.
He's talking about
Rude.
me.
No, he's talking about me.
I kind of want to see what Nina would come up with, but I like that she changes her style and her shape to kind of give it a little bit of a different thing.
I didn't know that.
I did know that. So when we get to Valentina, we'll address that.
Okay, we'll address it when we get to Valentina.
Okay. Shea Coulee was next. Aquilina.
No. Sasha Velour is next.
Oh, okay. Sure. Again, she's forgettable.
Because I was ready for Sasha Coulee.
Sasha Velour was next. Princess Uglina.
It was just missing something for me. I don't know what it was.
I don't think it.
I wanted to see the back because the bottom of the back looked like it had like stones and stuff up the back, but you could never see the back of it, just a little bit of it. It was okay.
It was for me. It was draped.
Weird.
Oddly. Like she wasn't cinched in the waist.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of like baggy.
Yeah.
And I'd have to watch it again. It just looked as though she literally wrapped herself in this white, like, caftan.
I do hear what you guys are saying, but I thought that she had the best story. Like her best background was the ugly image she was able to break out of the cage.
Yeah.
I think she took that challenge.
There were a couple too, and maybe she was one of them. I noticed there were a couple people that their story was about kind of like about drag or about, breaking barriers and stuff. So those things I did appreciate. I may not have liked it overall, but I appreciate that they were putting at least an effort into it to tie it into a drag competition.
Her sidekick character was
I think that
well
was
thought
one
out.
of the ones that
Yeah, I totally agree.
I'm also very into Sasha's brows. Like
I love it.
Not even the middle part, but just they look so
I do
crisp.
I
like
do.
lettuce or
I
something.
do. I do.
Yeah.
You should
I'm
do your
still-
brows like that, Jay.
I'll work on it. I'll try. Mark will make me over one day.
Done.
No,
Done.
just you do it.
Just me try.
She'll look like a
I'll start now.
skinnier, prettier LoRayne Love. Bitch.
Shea Coulee.
Loved it.
I loved it. I was surprised. I really loved it.
Yeah, and we didn't see
know
a
why
whole
it's
lot of her in this episode.
Yeah.
And the moment that we saw a lot of her in Untucked. She's funny. She's fucking hilarious. I really, really like this dress, and I'm not really a fan of the fishtail.
I kept going, wow, you made that? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I thought it was just well done. I don't
Yeah.
know. And she talked in the Untucked about how it was like falling apart and something. I didn't notice at all. Like,
No.
it looked great.
Watching back though, after the Untucked, and the way she was walking, you could tell something was happening,
Yeah.
but it fit the challenge.
Yeah.
Right.
So I was okay. Like, but
Hey, if you can get on and off that runway and it stays together,
Right.
done.
You're
Throw it in the
good.
box when you're done and be done with it.
Was it what was
Use it for
last
scrap.
season the paper challenge when the paper was falling apart? On
Who did you
Kimchi.
mention?
I think it was Kimchi.
no, hers moved gorgeous.
Someone was falling apart. I can't remember.
I don't doubt it.
Tweet
Yeah.
us or tell me now in the chat room.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was one of my tops.
And that was funny too, was it? Ruth said something like, seaweed realness. Seaweed me sometime. And like nobody responded. She's like, oh, okay. I thought that was funny. That was actually quite hysterical.
The Mae West.
So, yeah.
Which
yeah.
all I can think of is Alaska now.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all you ever think about.
I do.
Yeah. Okay, now Valentina.
Valentina. All right, say what we were going to say, what we saw in the chat room.
So Dante brought it up, and I have seen that. This is what I've heard, and this is what I think is what happened. Is Valentina used a jumpsuit or a leotard that she brought, and used a collar from a different jumpsuit, and that's basically what she created or made. So some people are kind of complaining that she didn't achieve the challenge because she used materials that was already provided for her, tailored to her, and didn't
Not
create
what was
anything.
given to them.
If anybody in the chat does have anything else to add to that, that would be awesome. But that's what I have heard.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean, it was I don't know that it should have been in the top.
Her personality gets her
Yeah.
by.
That's
in this
what's
one.
getting her right.
I agree. I think she should have been one of the safe girls and not top 3.
Well, and again, it's like, she had a bathing suit, Farrah had a bathing suit, Eureka had a bathing suit.
Right.
Let's not mince words.
Yeah, and Valentina has set a high bar for me now at this point. This is kind of my thing with Nina, where I'm holding these queens to stand up.
Yeah.
Like, that wedding dress was amazing. That mariachi in her premiere was fantastic. And when they said ice skater, that's exactly what I was thinking. Like, if her hair was tied up in a knot, I'd be like, she should be on ice skates and be doing like a triple axel, because she looked very...
And I just, I'm sorry, Tadra Call, but I'm going to completely disagree with you. Well, not completely disagree, but her story about being shady, like, it just... Because he was like, well, you don't have to look evil to be evil, and da-da-da. And I'm like, but again, the challenge wasn't to create an evil character. It was to create a fairy tale fantasy outfit. And your story now is about throwing shade on people, and you're walking around with a smile on your face. I'm not buying that. Like, I'm not. Sorry, I'm not playing that game.
I thought the story was that the sidekick was trying to coerce Valentina's princess into becoming an evil.
I honestly wasn't paying attention.
Again, they're very muddled, so...
Yeah, it was so obscure.
I got nothing for you, and I should be paying attention, but I honestly wasn't paying attention to
But
her.
I gotta say, Valentina does win me when she smiles.
She's a sweetheart. I really like her.
Do you watch Raven and Raja's
Tooted and Booted?
Tooted and Booted?
I have not. No.
I've watched. Yeah.
There's a whole thing. Actually, I think it's on Raja's Facebook or Instagram or something. But there's a clip from it when they're talking about Valentina last week. You should watch it because it's Raja imitating Valentina. It's
yeah. It's pretty funny.
Everybody is correcting me that she wore this at DragCon,
Yeah.
so it wasn't already a constructed outfit, and she just did the gloves.
And I did see somebody, I didn't see who it was, that's yelling at us they said, leave her alone. She still created an outfit.
I want her. Like,
We have microphones. We have an opinion. Okay, Aja.
Princess
Disaster.
are you describing her outfit or her name?
And I don't usually think what Michelle says is funny,
They
but what she
fucking
said was
ripped
funny.
her. The judges ripped her.
Yeah.
I will say this. I do understand her frustration, because I do think that she at least put some she constructed it. It may not have gone with the storyline and blah, 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 but it was at least something unique and different. Nobody else had anything like that. It wasn't a mermaid. It wasn't anything like that. I think her fault was, I think if her story was better, if her story better explained what she was going for, I don't think she would have been in the bottom 3. I think what put her in the bottom 3 is that her story didn't make any sense. And they were all completely confused by it. I don't think the outfit was horrible, and I do think her makeup was janky. But I don't know.
But we've said her makeup has always been janky. From
I'm just going to give her credit because I don't think it was as horrible as they were saying it was.
I thought it was pretty bad. Sorry. Not sorry.
This was one where it was a Kimura thing for me, where the premise was very cool, like a volcano, and I kind of wish that she did like an ombre look, because volcanoes would maybe start off like charcoal and like black, gray, and then turn into red as it went up her body.
Yeah.
and that wig, it just wasn't right for me. There was something.
Well, it was falling off.
It was falling off.
It wasn't glued down.
Yeah.
It wasn't glued down.
Yeah.
Your
What
lips
more
to my
do you
ears.
want?
Yeah.
So I wanted more from Aja because like when I heard the volcano comparison, I was like, this is a cool story and something that might come out like very fantasy.
Yeah.
And it just didn't hit for me.
Or she could have been a tornado. Disaster, same thing.
A hurricane, like
hurricane.
Bianca?
Hurricane Bianca.
Okay.
Which she's going to be in Orange County on the 16th. Don't quote me on that.
I don't want to go because I'm afraid she would read me.
I don't care.
Yeah.
She could rip me all day long.
That's funny.
They read us every day on this program.
Yeah.
Trinity was last. Again, she was the one in the promos where I were like, boring, forgot about her. And now she's like, oh, she's the one to watch. She's still the one to watch.
You said that last week or 2 weeks ago that you had your eye on Trinity, and this headpiece sold me. And she was funny. Like the starfish was a great storyline.
I didn't love the outfit. I liked the headdress. I didn't like and again,
I like that.
It was a bathing suit. Let's not mince words.
Yeah, but it was
Just gonna put that out there.
Detailed, like the bottom.
It was a bathing suit.
Jay taught me something. Jay, what did you teach me earlier?
How to tuck?
I knew you guys were in that bathroom way too long.
That was for something else.
I didn't know what a chocolate starfish was.
Oh, well. Yeah, I showed Kenny what a chocolate starfish was.
No,
That's gross.
They love Trinity's look.
Yeah, I liked it.
I like that. I like
story.
the headdress, and I do agree that at least she's not doing she wasn't acting pageanty.
Right.
She took a risk and did something kind of ugly, and I think that it helped her.
I wrote tight tuck. You couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
It was.
Or a little dick. Just kidding. I don't know her.
I'm happy that she didn't go like,
So dumb. Sorry,
and that was Stinky the starfish.
Thank you, the starfish. Yeah, and it was a cute story.
It was good.
Cute.
So we
we might get done under time.
I know, right?
Killing it on time.
We're making it up for the last two episodes that got cut off. Safe girls, which were Cynthia, Eureka, and I scribbled a name and I can't read. Charlie, Alexis, Sasha, Nina, and Shay.
Oh, no, yeah.
3 of those girls should have been in the top, in my opinion. Along with Trinity. I think Trinity, hands down, was...
And not Peppermint?
I think Peppermint was safe for me.
Really?
I might have said she was top 3 earlier. I changed my mind.
I'm trying to think.
I would have put Charlie Hides, Shay, and Nina along with Trinity. And I think Valentina was in the top only because they set it up at the very beginning of the episode. This is going to be between the 2 of them.
Yeah.
So... That's
those are my 3: Shay, Nina, and Charlie. I think were my best. You?
Well, oh yeah,
your faves.
I would do Peppermint, Trinity, and probably Shay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're all in agreement. Jackie, what do you think? She's not here. Now here's the thing.
James.
What was this whole Kimora and she was talking about her not hiding behind breastplates, and there were a lot of moments where I just completely checked out because I was just not
She basically
engaged.
was saying that she used to wear hip pads and pad, and now that she doesn't have to, that now she's injected and she doesn't have to wear those, she feels uncomfortable because
Allegedly.
she's not in what she normally would wear.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
That's why they were making fun of it.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Alice, what do you think?
yeah,
I would like to get injected.
have at it.
What do? They just like silicone into your like bloodstream? How does that work?
I don't know.
Tweet us. Let us know.
Mine
I
is
wanna know.
natural fat. Mine is not silicone.
Moving right along. Trinity wins the
challenge.
The challenge. Kimora and Aja was the bottom 2.
Mm-hmm.
I actually probably would have put
Pheromone
in the bottom. But I don't know who I would have taken out. No, I would have kept Kimora.
Well,
I think it should have been between Farrah and Kimora as well.
yeah. Yeah.
So we're all in agreement.
Although when Aja was named it, I was like, she is going to slay the lip sync because.
I knew Aja was gonna.
Viewers of the show and people have like tweeted, been on the comments saying that Aja is like a lip sync slayer, and I was like waiting to see
when she did. And I don't like doing the death drops all the time. It's so overdone now. They just get on my nerves when they do them. But when she did one of hers, and I was like, oh, okay. Like, I don't know, just the way she did it, that I was like, okay, you sold me. And I'm not
Kimora
even
was just flopped to the ground for no reason.
She looked so...
Kimora looked like she fell.
It was like almost like a second thought. She's like, okay, no, I'm gonna go. No, I'm not gonna go. Okay, I'm gonna go down.
Yeah.
Like, it was like a hesitation. I don't know. It was right.
The song was Holding Out for a Hero, and it's one of my favorite songs. I love it.
Bonnie Tyler.
And we were also talking about, with this song, that video.
Yes.
That went around a while back of, and did we write down her name?
Miss Tandy Dupree.
Tandy Dupree.
Who passed away.
Her entrance on that. If you haven't seen
Go check it out now.
What did I just Googled?
I would probably just type
Drag
in Miss
queen
Tandy.
Entrance.
What did I write? I typed in something. I was like, I just wrote like drag queen.
It's how I arrive every day in the studio.
That's how Jay arrives. Every week. She dropped from the ceiling, basically. But anyway.
Porkmore.
Porkmore.
What is happening here? I'm stalling for time, so now we got time to do the show.
Who's Porkmore?
She didn't know the words to the song. Maybe instead
Yeah,
of
she did not know the words.
Maybe
of the song.
instead of giving her like goodbye
Tandy
speech.
Iman. Yeah, I think there was a second word. Tandy
yeah.
Iman Dupree.
There you
Sorry.
go.
Thank you so much.
Instead of like giving her going away speech in the Untucked, she might have should have been practicing.
Yeah.
But also when you get up, you sometimes get nerves and you may forget some of the lyrics, but she wasn't really hiding her mouth or camouflaging it. Like, dance and kind of turn your head and maybe make it a little bit more...
Show us how it's done, Jay.
Can we run that song here? Give me a live. I do love that song, though. And I think that Aja had already had it in the bag from the moment that it started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What else you guys
Jay
wanna
is
talk
drunk.
about?
Yes, he is.
Untucked?
And untucked. He is drunk and untucked.
I am untucked. Untucked, yeah. We found out who the queens would sleep with.
Yes, that was interesting.
Pork Kimora. Pork
Kimora.
What is in that cup, Jay?
Just water. Okay. I don't even drink that much.
I think that's a common theme. Everyone wants to know who you're gonna sleep with.
I have a husband. I'm not sleeping with anybody.
That's boring. Jay, who are you sleeping with?
All of them. I don't have a husband.
None of them are really that.
Alexis Michelle.
I don't know. None of them are really my type.
Or Valentina.
I'm not.
Or Sasha or Peppermint, maybe. No, Alexis Michelle and probably Valentina would be the two that I would go for.
Alexis Michelle, Valentina. You?
I'm not. I'm gonna plead.
Oh, you're gonna ask me, but you're not gonna answer.
Thanks,
I'm
guys.
gonna plead. The
None of them do it for me.
I'm gonna do Jackie Borowski.
Jackie Borowski. I picked Jackie too.
All right, I plead the eighth too.
That's all we got. What else do you guys want to talk about?
I do want to say I saw a commercial about I guess this is news and gossip. Wow. Ask and you shall receive.
Well, your hand was on that finger, wasn't it? I mean, your finger was on that.
I know. It was waiting for me to say it.
My hand is always on the finger.
You know what I meant.
Thursday at 8 on Logo, Drag Becomes Him is a documentary on Jinx Monsoon, which I didn't even know existed and was happening. And I wrote it down because I thought that was interesting and I kind of want to watch it, but I don't have Logo. So I'll wait till they re-aired on VH1.
Cool.
If it re-airs on VH1.
sure.
We missed kind of Aja versus Valentina. Like, Aja had a little mini breakdown in Untucked.
She did.
Yes.
Well, Mark said it was. Didn't you say it was kind of justified? Like you
I mean, everybody seems to disagree with me, but I understand her. I understand her frustration. Whether she's justified in yelling and screaming and getting upset about it, that's entirely up to you. But I can understand why she's upset, and I can understand her frustration. Absolutely. And I do feel like she genuinely wants to do well in the show. So obviously, if you go, and she genuinely thought, I'm going to be in the top. Like, that's a big leap from not thinking I'm going to be safe. I'm thinking I'm going to be in the top, and now I'm going to be lip syncing for my life potentially. That's a blow. That's a shock. Yeah.
But she went in on Valentina, and I actually thought Valentina did the right thing by not saying anything.
Agreed.
Because there are some times when Mark is talking, and I just sit here and I just don't say anything.
Get such a bad rap.
I do. I mean, it must be hard. This kind of reminded me of like Alaska on All Stars 2, where it just paints you in a bad light. So even if it's not really done in a malicious way, but to think that you're on the top and then to be told that you get kind of red for your look, that probably was hard for Aja. But agreed she really shouldn't have gone so far into, whatever. And then she turned it on to Farrah when Farrah was like, well, I would have taped down that wig and whatever. And she's
Well,
like,
no, that was funny.
Yeah.
And because she did ask. And Farrah,
Farrah was
I will
quick.
back you up on 100% on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though Farrah looked busted.
So one of the girls went on Periscope and said the tension with Valentina was building up for a while. Aja was just the one who said it.
Valentina must be doing like a monster or something because they didn't pick her for the cheer team. They're
That's
kind
true.
of like if
Well,
this is
I
coming
think,
to the head-
and I do think that part of the reason is because she came in and said, I've only been doing drag for 10 months. And if you're building a team, aren't you going to build,
Strong
if I walk onto a baseball field and they're picking teams and say, yeah, I just started playing, why the heck would they pick me first? You know what I mean?
you
Like,
even
so
know
she
what a
kind of
baseball
put herself
field
in
is?
that situation. Huh?
Nothing.
I played baseball. I was a bench warmer, but I played baseball.
What position is that?
Bench warmer. I told you. Bench warmer. Deep right.
All right, folks. That's all I got. What about you two? Any shout outs you want to give?
Oh, I do, but
I want to shout out the Lit Masturbator. Hi.
he's in our chat right now.
Yeah,
and
I saw his name.
Oh, well, he's fantastic. He's
Who?
always with us.
The Lit Masturbator.
Oh, yeah, he's with that.
I always see Dante in the comment section. All of our fans are amazing. Like, they're just really good viewers.
Good.
Also, we got confirmation that DragCon is happening, so if you guys have
Yeah.
questions for queens or queens that we should look for, let us know in the
And
comments.
I'm
can
gonna,
track
you know
them
what?
down.
I still have I have them here. I'm gonna put up those B-roll from last year.
Yeah,
So
I
you
did
can
get
check
your
out
one up. I figured I don't know why my phone let me do that one and not the other ones that I put on Twitter of you and on the stilts.
Ivy
Ivy Winters. And then I went in to try to grab some of the other ones to post, and then I couldn't get them to do it.
I'll
because I did
work
that
on
through my
that.
phone.
All right, last shout outs. Jay.
Hi, Jackie.
Jackie, we miss you.
You can find Jackie on all platforms at 123 Jackie B,
Yeah.
except for Snapchat, it's Jackie B123, I think.
Well done.
And then, guys, I'm Jay Ellis on Instagram at don't_be_jealous, which I'm going on live right now. And then Twitter at still_jealous, JELLIS.
And you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at LoRayne Love, LoRayne
And you can find me at Kenny C. Harrison or Kenny Cherison on Instagram and Twitter. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
We'll see you next week for episode 4. Same time, same bat
Hopefully
channel.
they'll turn up the volume a little bit. Not on but the show. Oh my God, I'm done. This is the end of 3.5 hours for me.
We are done here.
Got it.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Drag you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.